A very warm welcome to all the viewers watching this video. I'm Sindhu Chandrasekharan, Assistant Professor in the Department of Computer Science and Engineering, SRM Institute of Science and Technology, Katanguluttur. I'm happy to introduce our alumni, Mr. Vishal Rao, in this Alumni Talk series. Vishal Rao, he completed his BTech degree in the Department of Computer Science and Engineering, SRM Institute of Science and Technology, Katanguluttur, between 2014 and 2018. During the course, he was a very active student and he had participated in various events on and on off campuses. During his final year, he also had his research work published in a reputed journal under my guidance. He is currently working as a SAP consultant at L&T Infotech, Chennai. He is an ERT member and also a CSR member at L&T Infotech. He has also participated as a delegate in SRM MUN on Economic and Social Council. It is a pleasure having you here, Vishal. I now welcome you to take over the session.
Hi, good morning to one all. Thank you. First of all, I'd like to thank ma'am and respected faculty member, HOD, and the complete CS department at SRM University. So let's welcome with the session. So why are we doing this? Like, why are we doing bachelors? So the first purpose of doing bachelors is to gain knowledge. And can we gain knowledge only through the bachelor's degree? No, it's not. There are many CEOs who have started their businesses as startups, but who have evolved as multi-billion-dollar billionaires in the whom we see right now as Jeff Bezos and Elon Musk. There are many people who are doing a lot of things with the bachelor's degree and without the bachelor's degree. Now we also have Mark Zuckerberg, who is an Harvard MBA student and a college dropout, but he did not take his degree. But he had completed his. He had started. Hello.
Yes, Vishal, you're audible. Proceed, please.
That I guess the internet got disconnected. Okay. So why are we doing this bachelor's degree? Okay. So now we have many various reasons of coming and doing a bachelor's degree to do either a job or to get an MBA degree, or like there are multiple opportunities after doing a bachelor's degree. So that's the reason we are stepping ahead into a bachelor's degree. So computer science like IoT, ML, AI, NLP, data science, cloud, computer vision, security, and there are a lot more things beyond our scope. Coming to my perspective, like I've completed my bachelor's from 2014 to 2018. But after bachelor's, like what happened? Now I was like searching for a job. Why did I take job? So because I felt that the practical experience is quite more important before doing something, or like before going ahead. So why is a practical experience more important? Like why is it important to work in a company or a bigger organization? So it gives us the look in the look and how the things actually work inside. So for example, if we take a corporate or an MNC company, so we'll understand what are the methodologies being implemented by them, so that like they are so successful till date. So that is the main thing. That's why we get into a corporate or a business, I mean, or a job. So that's my perspective. So later, we have multiple opportunities. Like we can after doing a job, you can either go to MTech, or you can choose MBA, or you can set up your own business or start a startup, which is either related to your CS degree or not related to your CS degree. But the knowledge what you gain from your computer science is like more valuable. For example, I have one of my cousin who is starting his own who is starting his own business, which is not related to computer science, but a part of computer science was helpful for his business while he was setting up. So that's what I was trying to tell you. Even in almost every fields of the business, what we see today, computer science is there. So that's the key why we learn in computer science, and what are we learning in computer science is like much more important. So as we have various trending technologies, so it's even more important for us to be proficient in our coding languages like Python, R, so Scala. So it depends upon your language, which one you want to choose. So almost try to learn as many languages as you can, and then pick the one in which you feel comfortable, because this helps you to understand the different syntaxes in the various technology, various programming languages, and then you can easily import the libraries depending upon the coding language you use. And if you are going for higher studies, for example, MBA or MTech or MS in the other countries, so what do you have to do? So planning is quite important. If you're planning to do MBA, so your work experience matters. Like it is important, a minimum of 2 years. But people do it without the work experience. It's all up to them. It's all up to your individual skill and level. If you feel that you're competent enough to get into an MBA job or do an MBA after your bachelor's, then it's well and good. I don't say no. But if you have an additional work experience, then businesses look at you because you have seen the ground reality how the things work. And if you are going for an MTech or MTech or MS, be sure that like you are skilled at what you are doing. Your projects matter, your internships matter. So try to do as many internships as you can. Try to learn as much as you can, and for example, if you are planning for any of these higher studies, plan it before. Like, if you don't take the decisions as soon as possible, think twice, 4 times, 8 times, 10 times. Discuss with people, understand what are their opinions, get to know what their inputs are, and then by taking all these inputs, analyze by yourself and take a decision, because you are the whole and sole decision maker in your life. So keep that one point in your mind. And there's one more thing: if you're planning for your masters, or if you're writing any competitive exams, be prepared, be confident. uh, like Prepare on your work on your analytical skills, because that will be very much helpful. We almost have a couple of soft skills and PD classes in our course curriculum, so they will be really helpful. Those books are really helpful. And if you're planning for masters, and plan 1 year ahead. If you want to go for next year, plan for this, like start to work from this year, because planning is like quite important, because that decides the date when you apply for your masters, and through which you can get into the college. And that even gives you a head start. If you feel like you have not got the sufficient marks, then you can give an attempt again. So that's the main reason why you have to start ahead. And if you're writing for MBA, you can take up CAT, ZAT, and there are like many more exams. And if you're going for your masters, then you can write GRE, IELTS, TOEFL. So if GRE may especially for USA, and IELTS, it's like accepted throughout the world. TOEFL is accepted in US. So there are like many more universities who are accepting IELTS now. So you can, like, IELTS is a better option compared to TOEFL, but I'm not saying no to TOEFL. Even if it's up to you, it's all your decision. And go with your passion. Like, there are like n number of opportunities in computer science field. So, and there are n number of domains, as we all know. So try to pick a one which you like and which you feel like, yeah, this is the one for me, because you are going to work on it. And when you work with your passion, you give your best. That is the main key. So that's the driving force ultimately, which gives you and which gives you to move ahead. And it's like an extra rocket booster. You get to go faster than others. And try to explore as many fields as you can, because you should not regret that, oh, I did not try that field previously. I feel that this is booming now, so I'm not able to go in this way. I have to follow the traditional method what I was used to. So it's not like that. Now you're in bachelor's, you have ample amount of time. You can try to explore as many fields as possible. That's how the bachelor's course is designed, to explore as many courses as possible, and then pick the ones which you like. You can pick one, multiple, but that all depends upon you, how you use it. And after picking a particular domain, try to understand the real-time applications of it, because when you understand the real-time applications of it, you get to know how are you going to use this technology in your day-to-day life, and how is it going to benefit. Either if you're working for a company, or if you're working as a startup, then you have to do the business. So how is it going to use, or how is it useful for the business, is what matters. And I would like to talk about a few things like that you have to do during your leisure time, or while during your placements. So something, what I would like to pitch is competitive coding. Competitive coding is like very much important. um, People generally start in their final years, or like third years, or three after 3 2, because it's adjustable to do early, because you have you have enough time to learn and understand how are the things running, or how are the things moving. And focus on your core subjects. Your core subjects are like anything. So just by focusing on your core subjects, don't leave your electives aside, because electives are also do have the worth. So according to like what I did in my bachelor's is like I've selected almost the core courses what I liked, and coming to the electives, I'm even interested in management. So a person like that, what can he do? So there are like multiple management subjects which are available in our elective course curriculum. So we can select it every course. I mean, like hardly we can do around 3 to 4 courses like that. So throughout the degree, so that will be helpful. So when you are talking to someone, or like when you are exposing your knowledge, giving your knowledge to others, so you can choose your electives according to that. Like choose the places in which you are interested in. And is coding all? Like many people have one doubt, like I'm not interested in coding, and does coding work for me? I don't think coding works for me. And like they have a lot of doubts. So first thing, coding is not everything. And coding having coding knowledge is like quite helpful, rather than having no coding knowledge. But can you survive in the industry without coding knowledge? Uh, Partially yes and no, but it all depends upon your entire skill. If you're going towards your management, and you're leaning towards management, maybe it's not that required. But having coding knowledge will give you an edge over the others. That's what I wanted to tell you. And at least a basic level of coding is like quite important, right? Coming from the CS degree, it gives you some knowledge and understanding. How are the things running? So that if you're talking to a technical or a techie guy, if there's a conversation and you want to make it fruitful, and if you have good knowledge, or at least a decent level of basic perception or understanding, and when you can visualize how are the things running in the background, that will be really helpful. Your coding knowledge will be really helpful. So focus on the core subjects, and data structures is like the one of the key courses which you should not take it easy. And like you're all in your bachelor, so you feel that this is the high time for me to chill. And I don't think the grades really matter. Like what matters is your knowledge. Yes, what matters is your knowledge, but grades also do matter to a certain extent, because coming to the placement process, When I was there in the placement process, I've experienced it because like many product-based companies look at a CGPA. Are they really interested to look at the CGPA? The answer is no. But why are they actually looking at CGPA? They're looking at CGPA because there are a lot of plenty number of people or students who are appearing for that company. So just by placing a bar, they can reduce their workload. So that's the main work, and they can even filter out, and that's one way. And the second thing is like they are filtering out uh, the better students. So if you want to, if you feel like you are in a better group, then try to get better grades because they do matter to an extent. But ultimately, your knowledge matters. And and coming to the research perspective, so there are few students who are interested in research even. So how do you understand that you are interested in your research without doing the research? You'll not, right? Until and unless you experience it, you'll not understand. So the same thing almost happened with me. So I did not do any thesis work till 4.2. So once I started my thesis work after the completion of 4.1, so I was like kind of getting interest towards it. So there are few topics which pique your interest so that you can understand and enhance more into that field. So that's your research knowledge helps you to give you an edge over a traditional working person. It gives you a theoretical lot of theoretical knowledge. You can do n number of projects using that knowledge because uh, your theory is the base for your practicals. But uh, practicals, theory without practicals is of no use. So keep this one point in your mind. And if you have any doubts or something like while you're doing any coding or during your coursework or anything, feel free to reach your faculty or your friends, because friends are also the real key. They help you they help you a lot in this process. Once what happened with me was during my final semester and final project, I have a bits and pieces of code. I have to uh, streamline it, but I wasn't able to do it. So there was one of my friend who helped me to streamline the data. Then I asked him, "What is the procedure? Like, how did you do it?" Then he told me the concept of pipelining. Then I understood. Oh, I had an epiphany that I read this pipelining concept in my bachelor's. In one of my subjects in bachelor's. Okay, this is how we use it. So there are a few concepts which we learn, but which which we may or may not implement at that moment, but it will be helpful at some or the other point of time. So having knowledge is very much important. So do as many projects as you can. Try to get as many certifications as you can, because that is what which speaks your resume. Because when you go to an interviewer, first thing what he look at is your resume. So when you give your CV or your resume, you don't speak. Your resume speaks. And if you are planning for placements, prepare well, because there's gonna be a lot of competition. But if keep yours compete with yourself. Do not compare yourself with others. Compete with yourself, because you are going to see the real improvement in yourself when you compete with yourself. And I know like this COVID time has taken a lot of, almost everyone's time, college, your college time and everyone's uh, time in some or the other way. But try to utilize this time as much as possible, because this is what helps you in the future. Trust me. So try to explore. It's not just life is not just CS. Try to explore as much as CS as you can. But apart from CS, try to understand the things uh, which are running out in the outside world. So that will help you at some or the other point. maybe not right now inside the CS degree or like for your subject, but it will give you a good understanding when you're talking to uh, a group of people. So I believe that's it from my side, ma'am.
Yeah, thank you, Vishal, for that detailed talk. It was more like a one-to-one talk with your juniors. I believe your juniors will take those words seriously and plan for their future well in advance. Looking forward to seeing you in another such informative event. Thank you, Vishal.